Now, see, I know, right? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the award winning Recovery Podcast. Get in the Herd, brought to you by the McShin Foundation. I am your host today, Nathan Mitchell, and I have two extra special guests here with me today.
Extra.
Extra. Emphasis on the extra. We've got Hunter S. Thomas over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
I
See
do
how I
like
do
that.
that?
I like
Hunter
that.
S. over here. And, oh, man, I can't.
Austin.
I know, I want to say Austin. His name is Aaron M. I've got Aaron M over here. And then, of course, over here in the driver's seat, we've got Justice over there. That's what I was waiting for, that little face. Hey, all right, welcome, gentlemen. As you can see, we got our little setup today. We're talking about recovery. We're talking about resilience. I think that's a really good topic today. And I've heard a little bit of your story. I still want to call you Austin, Aaron. I've heard a little bit of your story, Hunter. I don't really know much about your story, though. I know people that live in your house.
Yeah.
I'm friends with some of the same people you're friends with. And I love that the two of you are here. But I think the topic of resilience is something I need to hear about today. So, um, Hunter, what brings you on the show today?
Um, brings me on the show. You brought me on the show today.
Well,
Yeah, you brought me on the show. But yeah, I'm just here to talk about recovery and I guess give my story and what little hope that I have to give to someone else. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay. All right. I like that. We'll explore that
Yeah.
because there's a couple things I want to drill in on that. But again, welcome, Aaron.
Yes.
Aaron M. Not Austin.
Not Austin.
Not Austin. You look like an
At
Austin,
all.
though.
Why do people say you look like something? I don't know. I never understood that term. Like
Kind of
you look
cowboy.
like a John. Like how do I look like a? How does someone look like a John?
You kind of look like a Hunter or maybe like a
It
Caleb.
definitely looks
A
like a
Caleb?
hunter.
See, even that
a
you.
Caleb.
I know Caleb. Even that was.
How did you literally just contradicted yourself?
Yes, I
You
did. I do that a lot.
Full blown contradiction.
It's okay.
Welcome to recovery,
Yes.
Aaron, my friend.
Recovery is a contradiction.
Yeah, it's a contradiction within a contradiction.
It is.
Right? And even if you look at the literature, like if you look at the AA book, I'm totally going way out over here, but if you look at the AA book, which was written in the 1930s, right? If you open it up, the very first page, it says something like, "We who have recovered from severe alcoholism, dot dot dot."
Mhm.
And that word recovered, and I think the meaning of that very first page often gets very confused by some people. We can talk about that broadly later. But welcome to the show, my friend. You actually watched some of our material while you were incarcerated. Am I correct?
Yes, I did.
How's that?
Almost all of what they had on there, which was a lot of early stuff, but
Holy shit.
I think
Me whining about my trip around the country.
well, yeah, I did watch that, and then the other with Alex, the second part 2 series.
What was that? We
We're winning.
So wait,
We're winning.
can that not be happening?
Yeah.
Can we not have? That's awesome.
Terribly sorry to the 14 million viewers.
The 14, yeah. So you heard about us, you saw us in jail. You said, "Hey, that McShin Foundation, that group of people looks like they're a little less crazy than the people I was hanging around with last time."
Yeah, or maybe a little bit more crazy. That's why I was attracted.
Ooh, all right. And you were able to get scholarship here. Is that?
Yeah. I was lucky and fortunate enough to get a grant from cricket after some bantering back and forth and heated discussions, but we worked it out. So
Bantering.
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism
um
for arguing?
yes.
I like that. There's
Debate.
debate. That is definitely a euphemism for arguing. I like that. I have found you to be not argumentative. I found you to be someone who questions things, which I like and admire in people. It's not always the easiest thing to get along with, and it's not always the first thing you want to deal with first thing in the morning. And for me, I'm a person who really relates to that because why would I trust you? I need to see something. And for me, I found when I more and more when I gave that up, but more and more when I saw, oh wait, these people over here, they're not only trying to help me, but they're not shoving shit down my throat. It's like,
Right.
hey, this is what worked for me. It might work for you. This is what didn't work for me. It might not work for you. So, Hunter, the topic of resilience is what I think I jumped in with at the beginning.
Right.
And I think of you in resilience, and I think of some things that you've been through recently. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. I came into recovery after being on Suboxone for a little over a year. I tried to taper down from that. Didn't really work out. I got stuck at around 4. And just it was just a roller coaster of feeling good, feeling bad, feeling good, feeling bad. So I decided to get on a Sublocade shot. Um, with that, I took that for 3 months, but it's one of those things that I guess sticks into your body. It's a gel, and it takes time for it to come out. So it wasn't until about 4 or 5 months after that that I started to feel the effects of not having anything, any maintenance in my body. Um, and the cravings came back strong. I had 10 months clean with that. Um, that's debatable to some people, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, putting a needle in my arm, so I think it's a win.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, the cravings definitely came back. And some other things were happening in my life with my children. I wasn't, exactly being father of the year. With the roller coaster of the Suboxone and just being depressed, I just wasn't happy. I just wasn't as present as I should have been. And I got COVID right around Christmas. And I don't know if anybody had that, but did you have COVID? Did you
No,
get it?
I was able to escape it. Did you have
Twice.
it?
Yeah, dude,
Twice.
it
Twice.
felt like withdrawal to me. Some of the symptoms felt like withdrawal, like the restlessness, the sweating and stuff like that. It's terrible. But anyways, so I relapsed. I started with drinking, drank a couple times, and just to kind of have myself relax because like I couldn't sleep, was restless with the COVID. So I drank a couple times, and that ultimately led to where it always leads. That's why they say that you shouldn't drink, shouldn't smoke pot, all that good stuff. Just
Mm.
just for where it can lead you. You know what I mean? Um, so it landed me back in jails, institutions. Luckily, not death. But landed me back into you know a recovery house and an institution. So I relapsed and ended up here. Um, and once I put that first one in me, it was a struggle. I kind of rewoke that monster, and I've always had a hard time fighting that one. I've fought things my whole life, but my addiction is one thing that has just beat me down time after time, and I've always gotten back up like I can win, um, and tried it again. Um, so it's definitely been a roller coaster of using and manipulating and lying and trying to manipulate the system of you can't do this, but I want to do this, so I'm gonna do this. Trying to avoid the consequences. Um, but I keep coming back. And I think that's the most important part for anybody. As long as you're still above ground, especially with the way that things are now. As long as you keep trying and coming back, like this program sticks to you. A seed definitely gets planted within you. It sticks to you, and you start to you know what to do. You know what to do, and it does help. The things that are suggested to you do help. They do help with how you feel.
You waded into some territory that I don't often wade into, and I have strong opinions on it, but also recognizing that my opinions are just that, my opinions. You brought up the clean versus not clean while using Sublocade.
Right.
That's the same. That's Vivitrol, isn't it? Is
It's
it?
not
It's
Vivitrol.
not Vivitrol.
No,
Okay.
Sublocade and Suboxone is an opiate.
Oh, okay.
Technically,
Yeah.
Vivitrol is not. It's just a blocker.
Right.
But I don't consider it clean. I don't.
You don't.
No, I don't consider it clean. But do I think it's better, like I said, than running the streets and getting an illegal drug and putting a needle on your arm with something that is a dice game on if you're going to make it or not? I do. Um, do I think that if you can avoid going that route, that you should? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I can tell you, like, as far as withdrawal goes and coming off of it, the mental aspect of it, the depression aspect of it is so bad. At least it was for me. That's my experience with it. I was very, very depressed. But yeah, like I said, if it's a route that you can avoid, and most people don't avoid it because I think that most people still want to feel good. They still want that whatever will make them feel good, and they'll find it in whatever that they can. And Suboxone does make you feel good at first. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's exactly what it is. It's maintenance. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It doesn't necessarily get you high, but it doesn't let you sink to that low so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of not being happy without drugs or with drugs. You know that?
Have you tried Vivitrol?
No, I'm actually about to get on Vivitrol.
Okay.
I have an appointment for next Tuesday to get on Vivitrol. It's been suggested by many people. John, kind of drilled that into me multiple times on our little window time rides.
Yeah.
That I should get on Vivitrol, and how much he thinks it would benefit me, and I believe him. You know what I mean? Just because those first few months are critical. Getting over that hump of the obsession. Obviously as a drug addict, you always think about it. You're
Who,
always
who
gonna,
does?
huh?
Who does?
Who does what?
Who thinks about it?
A drug addict.
Which drug addict?
Me.
Oh, you.
Me.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Well, you said you. So I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about me.
No.
Oh,
Well,
I'm selfish.
I think it's with any drug addict. I think any drug addict wants to get high.
Oh,
I don't think that it ever goes away.
yeah.
I think there's always, you might not think about it as much, and that's that obsession part. Where I think about it all the time versus you might go a couple weeks without thinking about it, and then something happens that reminds you of a time and a romanticize. You might romanticize something and want to use that day, but are able to do something else to get your mind off of it. I'm at a point right now where that is just it's a big task
Yeah.
to clear that out of my mind and put something else in front of it. So I think that getting on Vivitrol and not having the option to get high while I work on myself and my recovery and kind of put up some defenses will be really beneficial for me in the long run.
Nice. Now, going on that topic of resilience and hearing a little bit about your story, Aaron. Aaron, not Austin.
Yes.
I still want to do it, Hunter. I
Just
still
call me Austin.
no, because then I'll be really confused. But going along with that and hearing what we're talking about over here, tell us a little bit about what brought you into recovery this time and where you are on your journey.
Well, what brought me here was um 3 attempts at sobriety, self-driven, and that's it, it just I'll be honest, it just didn't work. There's no way that I don't think that can work.
Mhm.
Um there has to be some implementation behind it, but um I was incarcerated before I came here for about a year, and and I've been to prison 3 times. That's part of my background story. Uh and battled addiction in and outside of you know each circumstances, in behind the walls and on the outside. But I mean, I'd say I can relate to what he was saying. Like, I was on Suboxone for over a year, and was I mean, yeah, it helped, and it got me my life back, and I was able to maintain, and I was able to hold 2 jobs at the time and get my own apartment and all these things. And then circumstances happened to where things I couldn't control, and I was in the process of trying to switch out doctors, and I dealt with that the wrong way. And in hindsight, I see that, and ultimately led me back to using again. Of course, some other outside factors were going on too, and I didn't deal with those the correct way. But I mean, this is my first real run at a structured peer-based recovery, and I watched.
This is your first time at a structured. Okay.
The
Okay.
only other thing I've ever
Yeah.
had would be Oxford House, and that's like
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah,
little different.
yeah,
It's more self-governed.
yeah.
If anybody knows anything about Oxford House, but not taking anything away from what they
No,
do.
no, they're fantastic at
It's
what they do.
beneficial,
Yeah.
yes, also. But for me, I think human connection is the key. Uh, because I want that outside factor. Like, I want somebody to give it to me raw and tell me how it is, and
Yeah.
not hide in the bushes on me, so to speak. But um yeah, I've only
Adjust here real quick. Sorry about that.
I've literally been here a week. I mean, 2 weeks and a day today. But I worked with another affiliate that works, Diana Lieber. I worked with her for about 8 months, yeah, in the jail doing video visitations and stuff. So I was implementing all these things and trying to, and I reached out. The tablets they have there, it's your podcast and a bunch of tutorials, testimonies, breaking the bondage. You got care talks on there, all these other things, and like the plug there. Yeah.
Well, if you're watching, you're probably already plugged in.
Right.
But
no.
yeah, thank you.
But yeah, so like I started opening my eyes a little bit, and trying to reach out and not be so stubborn, I guess, with my recovery, because I can't do it alone. It's not going to work.
We have some comments up there, so let's see what the peanut gallery has to say.
What we got
Joey,
today?
ask Hunter. Oh, blah.
Joey Jewel.
Joey Jewel over there. He's a longtime watcher. It turns out Joey has a little boy crush on Hunter, I think.
Why wouldn't he? Joey Jewel, I get him from you. I get him from you.
All the testosterone in the room. The world wants to know. Joey, I hope you're doing well, buddy. So this time is different, huh? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
What makes it? How do you know that it's different this time? What feels different? Maybe you can tell me, Hunter. What has felt different from because here's the thing, right? So I've been in recovery for a little over 4 years now, and there's I went to a couple of meetings years ago, and it never took, and I wasn't ready to admit defeat. I wasn't ready to get into the acceptance piece of that, and really when I first got into that acceptance piece, God help me, I have no idea how I've maintained.
Right.
And there's a little bit of fear, if I'm being honest, that okay, well, when am I gonna have a recurrence of use? And that's just
I guess you have a fear of when you might use again. I'm afraid not to use. I'm still afraid not to use. I don't even know who I am without drugs. You know what I mean? I haven't had. I've been doing drugs for 19 years. It's been a long ride. You know what I mean? I'm at a point where I'm still more comfortable with myself being intoxicated than I am clean. So I naturally gravitate that direction. And it's what's different this time. That's what you wanted to know, right?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's different this time? I think just me. I think the time that I have spent here, especially at McShin, man, this is a wonderful foundation. The people here are wonderful, man. John's awesome. The staff's awesome. Not as awesome as Nathan, but they come close. They try. But
we'll have the check written for you when you leave.
It is fun talking about 14 million better. But yeah, I think what's different is just me, man. I've definitely had some growth as far as like me. I need to learn to get out of my own way and accept that I'm an addict and accept that I'll never be able to control my drug use. It's not something that, and it's also a matter of getting rid of other tendencies of trying to manipulate situations and lying and that's something that like I'm at now. That's something I'm trying to work on because like I try to manipulate and lie in my situation, lie through being able to get high but still recover. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's definitely madness what goes on. A lot of people, they're like, you're so chill, Hunter. You know what I mean? You're so laid back. And I'm like, man, if you only knew what's going on inside, it's just chaos. It's absolute chaos. But what's different is just me. I think I'm in a good place, as far as my environment goes for recovery. I think it's conducive for recovery. And I think that
the world wants to know, what are you lying about today?
What am I lying about today?
Well, you said you lie and manipulate.
I lie about getting high. What do you mean?
Joey asked a really good question too. Why is staying in position imperative today?
Who's that question to, Joey?
Well, he asked that like 8 minutes ago. Well, when did he? I can't see the time on there, but he asked it 3 minutes ago. So I guess we could be to either one of you, but probably to you.
Maybe.
He doesn't.
Maybe we can both answer.
He doesn't know Austin all that well.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Austin.
Dude, that is.
We know Aaron, but not Austin.
Everyone, dude.
Everyone, dude.
Maybe, dude.
Dude.
Maybe, dude.
Dude.
Bruh. Staying in position. Staying in position is imperative. If you stand in position of recovery, and you don't deviate from that position, the big book says it. Anyone who's lived this program and applied it in their daily lives stays clean. They've never seen someone get high doing that. So I think standing in a position of recovery is imperative for recovery.
Well, and maybe I'm going to walk out on a ledge here with this metaphor, but if we put it in terms of going to the gym and working out, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing deadlifts and you're trying to put up some heavy weight,
I would never do that. I just want to throw that out there.
You would never try to put up some heavy
Deadlifts
weight?
are awful.
All right. Well, squats then. All
there
right.
we go.
Deadlifts are glorious.
All right. Well,
You're lying.
The actual. Oh my God, y'all. Listen, see what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
I'm a bench guy.
Austin. Oof. All right. So okay, you're trying to whatever freaking thing you're trying to do, but if you're trying to put up some weight, right? Like, what's one of the most important things about putting up weight to make sure that you don't hurt yourself or injure yourself?
Form.
Form. Right? Yeah.
Well, I know when you're doing deadlifts, you want to start with your knees locked and bend over at the lower back in a 90-degree position.
That is the technical
and lift
advisor.
straight up
With as much weight possible.
as much weight possible.
Yeah, just fill the whole bar. See, Joey knows.
Deadlifts suck.
Yeah.
Now, do you say deadlifts suck because you don't like doing them, or are they just bad for you, Joey?
Yeah,
The world
bad.
wants to know.
The risk-reward ratio is just trash.
We have
The
like
risk
26 comments from Joey.
Yeah, Joey's clearly not getting paid
He's
this afternoon.
engaged today.
He's
Aren't you at
engaged.
work, dude? Like, what are you doing?
Joey. What's up,
I'll never
Hunter?
get-
Oh no! All right, who's this? What's up, Hunter? Question: How have you kept these? Oh, for crying out
Oh,
loud!
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Wah, wah. All right. So anyway,
Oh.
don't put that last one up there. What is your name, Justin? Don't put that last one up from Joey. But in all seriousness, so we talk about resilience, we talk about coming back, we talk about what's different now. Like for me, recognizing that I can find new and exciting ways to destroy myself without drugs and alcohol is also scary, because I heard something you said when we were talking about not knowing who you are without the drugs and alcohol,
Right.
and being afraid not to be using. And I actually I really do relate to that, and it comes out in so many different ways now. When I first got clean, first got into recovery, whatever language you want to use, whatever. When I first got clean, I did find it a little well, mentally it was easy for me to give up what I was doing, because what I'd been doing, I had a whole vicious cycle of this and crazy and whatnot going on, and to stop that, slow it down, and like, all right, well, I can do some groups and chill and hang out for a while, and all right, I've got my medication, I've got my healthcare taken care of with Medicaid, I've got food, I've got like things are taken care of at the moment, right? And it wasn't until starting to edge out into like things like, oh, I don't know, the first date that I went on, which, by the way, was just about a month and a half ago, like the first real date that I've been on in recovery. In recovery.
Okay. 40-year-old virgin.
Well, no. Let's not make that mistake. When I say date, that doesn't preclude other things. It just means like a first real actual date with somebody where the intention wasn't just to go slide into the bed.
Right.
And that was very, very weird. And that was just about a month and a half ago.
I struggle with that a lot. Like, I didn't even know how to talk to people sober. Like, I found myself like not knowing what to say sober. It's definitely gotten better. But it was a very awkward period of like what do I do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do we get paid promotions on here? Sprite.
No. Screw Sprite. Mountain Dew all the way. or what is it? Shasta?
Dude, come on.
What's the other?
Shasta.
7-Up. That's it. Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
All right.
Words.
Yeah.
Words.
We're mad libbing.
Yeah.
Hey, we're at the 25-minute mark. You want to take a little break?
I would love to take a little break.
Yeah,
Little
why don't we
break.
take a 90-second
Breakarooski.
promotional break, and then we'll see if we can't fix the lights behind us. Okay. Thank you, sir. We're gonna go on a break. We'll be right back, guys.
Here at McShin, we believe in the McShin way, which is authentic recovery support service providers, people with lived experience, bringing that experience to those who need that lived experience in recovery.
Here at McShin, we believe in many things to support our mission. We believe in women empowerment.
What I love most about what we believe here at McShin is we believe in the authenticity of the peer-to-peer approach.
Here at the McShin Foundation, we believe in giving people opportunity.
Here at McShin, we believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every person.
At the McShin Foundation, we believe in helping people reach their full potential.
Here at the McShin Foundation, we believe in multiple pathways to recovery.
Here at McShin, we believe in placing principles before personalities to help spread hope.
Here at McShin, we believe that recovery is possible and that any person seeking recovery can become a more acceptable, responsible, and productive member of society.
Here at the McShin Foundation, we believe in self-discovery.
Here at McShin, we believe in saving lives and offering second chances.
Here at McShin, we believe you can do this.
Here at McShin Foundation, we believe that we can only keep what we have by giving away, which is why we continue to help others like us seek and find recovery.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the award-winning... Apparently, I can't talk. Welcome back, everybody, to the award-winning Recovery Podcast, Getting Heard. With today, we have with us Aaron M. and Hunter S. over here. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. While we were on break, we were discussing some things that that keep us in recovery, and I understand that you write a little poetry. Is that correct, Aaron?
Yes, I do actually.
Are you a prolific writer?
You know, I want to toot my own horn, but
Shakespeare.
I've gotten some positive feedback.
Toot your own horn.
That's the expression goes. I didn't make the expression; they just say it.
And but it's kind of an odd expression, especially when men use it, I think. But all right.
What is that? What's an odd expression?
Toot your own horn.
Toot your own horn. Go ahead and toot it, Edgar. Go ahead and do it. I want to hear it. I'm interested.
So Hunter wants you to toot your own horn.
Okay.
I want you to read your poem.
All right, well, let's read it then. I guess we're gonna do this now then.
Yeah, we like that.
So the title, you probably can't see that. It says the SOBer, but it's metaphorically speaking there. So it says, I got these voices in my head, and they don't ever have to sleep. Daydreams and nightmares. Imagine feeling that defeat. Keep composure, because the closure won't relieve this kind of pain. Demons swimming in my blood as I puncture every vein. Futures past, so the pleasure seeks a measure to the weight, as the boulders stack on shoulders, adding only to the hate. A collision to the vision that my weakness has in store, intervention to the pension toward the substance we adore. Strength is building, slowly yielding, so I'm finding better ways. Caution lingers in the darkness as the light is still a haze. No more lying to walk so blind as if I'm only just a name. Internal passion is my fashion, on the horizon is my fame.
There you go, man.
Wow.
I thought you should have thrown a beat on that thing. You got a top 10 chart right there.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, I won't beatbox. Plus, I'm spitting all over the mic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion
stuff.
that's put into some of the. I write a lot, so you know, it's an outlet for me.
Yeah, definitely can be a good outlet. That's good, though, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Good.
Thanks.
Well, what other outlets do you use for recovery? I know you're new to McShin. What other outlets have you
I
discovered?
am still building, and I think I will always be building a support group, because that's kind of one of my emotional ties to my addiction is isolation and keeping people around me for the wrong reasons, when I was actively using. So I'm trying to like refocus that into a positive way and build a strong structure of people that I can speak with on a daily basis or relate to, or maybe just listen to them and gain something from their conversation. And it's just structure. Like I lived so crazy for 15 years, and it's like Hunter said, it's just I'm trying to find out who I am, because I've lost that for a long time. And and teens, a lot of people don't know this about me. I mean, I had a scholarship to play for Virginia Tech at one time, and I blew that opportunity.
Baseball, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for baseball, yeah. So like it's been such a big spiral, so like I just try to dissect things and reflect, and the support isn't key for me, and to keep myself involved in an everyday aspect of first, don't use,
Yeah.
that's the main goal there. Wake up every morning and I tell myself I'm not gonna get high today. And this is like really, this honestly is the first time. And I shared this the other day. I came out of jail, and I've always associated my freedom with celebration, so to speak. So I'd stop and get a beer,
Yeah.
or
Absolutely.
and I didn't do that this time. This is the first time I didn't do that. And I feel human, if that makes sense. Like I'm starting to find out who I am and feel good about who I am and good about what I'm doing and finding a purpose. And it's not easy. I don't think it ever is. Life in general isn't easy. But
Yeah.
that's just how it is,
So you've already you've been here what, 3 weeks now? 2 weeks?
almost 3.
Almost 3. And so I know that you've already integrated. You've gotten yourself a home group in a
Yes.
fellowship. You've gotten yourself a sponsor in a
Yes.
fellowship. I happen to know something about. I know your sponsor, and I happen to know that your sponsor has in the past. I don't know if he will going forward, but I happen to know that he has played on a recovery softball league
Oh, really?
here locally. So something to think about. There's opportunities to get down and dirty. I don't know why I said it like that. That was weird and creepy. Forgive me. Not meant to be weird and creepy. But I know there's opportunities to play sports and stuff, because I like Joey on the other. Joey plays football. I know there was a recovery football league over the last couple of years. Teams playing. Did you play football with them?
No, I was supposed to, but I had other things going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Super busy.
Super busy.
Time slots were full. Sorry, Joey. Sorry, I really wanted to play,
That-
but I was really busy.
Fair enough. Well, you mentioned that you're also a bit of a writer while we were taking that little break there.
No.
No?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. You don't want to share? I don't.
No, I just I made a prayer that I tell myself every morning. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to share? You don't have to.
I mean, I can.
Sure, sure.
It's got a little cursing in. Is that okay?
As long if you can avoid the F word, that'd be great.
So, oh yeah, there is. I can avoid it.
You can say frick.
I can say frick.
Or instead of the F word.
I'll just skip it. I'll just
frick or frack.
I'll skip the F word. It's God, give me the foresight to always know what it means to be humble, so I can remain humble. Help my ego know its worth, but remain grounded. Take my will, make it your own. Give me the courage to do what makes me feel uncomfortable, so I may kick the door open to the next level of my life. That's what I tell myself every morning when I wake up.
I like that. Oh, is it
it's a reminder? It's a good reminder. Yeah.
I like that. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Obviously, it's not pick up your phone yet.
No, I just said it. I wake up and my feet hit the floor, and I say I'm not going to get out of there.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah.
It's a good affirmation.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I mean, I constantly, and that's not the first thing I do. I do that numerous times a day. But anytime, it's like the what was the movie where the guy plucked his eyebrows? Like every time he had a bad thought, he'd pluck an eyebrow.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Dang, I can't remember. Anyways, so it's like that nagging, corrective statement. Yeah.
Well, what how often throughout the day do you have to reset?
I don't think there's a set number. Some days maybe more than others, and some days less than others. But are you looking for a number here? Or?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's
yeah,
good.
that's
As many times as you need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you have that opportunity to reset during the day?
Reset.
Well, like start your day again.
Yeah, I like to think I do. I think anytime that I get the desire to use and I do something against that and don't use, I think that's a major reset for the day and a definite win for the day. Or I mean, even if you're taking using out of the equation, just something messed up going. Like my life's been pretty hectic lately. It's just been wild, and it's been things that I've had to deal with. Being able to take a step back and realize that like all of these things are out of my control, and stop trying to control it. Has been really beneficial for me because I'm definitely a strong-willed person. I have a God-sized will, and I always try to impose it on any and everything that occurs in my life. So it's been good. It's been humbling to step back and realize that I can't do that, and it's not beneficial to do that. And I mean, it's been a good experience learning how to do that.
Yeah. Have you settled in and found yourself a home group?
A home group? Yeah, I have a home group. Yeah, my PNA.
Do you have a sponsor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsor. Joe. Old Bentley.
Oh yeah. I know Joe.
Yeah.
I know. I think I asked you that, and I think I already knew that who your sponsor was. But I was just, how important, because I know. So Aaron over here is just getting acclimated, just getting into this, right? Into a 12-step fellowship, just got a new home group, fresh here into Richmond, has just found a sponsor. I don't think you've even met up with your sponsor yet, have you? Is that what you said?
Well, I've met him briefly,
right, yeah.
But our first interaction together will be Friday night.
Have you been in a 12-step fellowship before? Have you had a sponsor? Have you done any of that before?
Never done step work. I've attended NA meetings before.
Yeah. But step work, sponsor, step work.
No, never.
So this is new.
Yes.
And I know you have a history of this. You've done this a little bit.
Yeah.
What makes it so for somebody brand new coming in here, what suggestions do you have as far as working with a sponsor, as far as working in getting a home group and all those things, within the framework of 12 steps? I know there are other pathways, but this is a pretty awesome pathway here.
My biggest piece of advice is utilize it. Use it. So many people get a sponsor, don't ever talk to them, get numbers, don't ever call them. Like you were saying earlier, a big part of your addiction is isolation. Mine too.
Yeah.
I isolate so bad when I don't feel well. And when I'm in the thick of the madness. And building that network and building the relationship, not just the network, but the relationship and the comfortability and the getting to know people and not feeling so alone is so important, I think, to your recovery.
Yeah.
And
it's hard
obviously your comfort zone too. Like this has been a huge thing for me. I've always told myself, like, if you get comfortable, like you're in a dangerous spot. You know what I mean? Like doing the things that make you uncomfortable will make you grow. Like this right here, like there's no way I would have wanted. I really didn't want to do this. You know what I mean? I felt uncomfortable about it. I felt nervous, but I did it anyway. It's like sharing at a meeting. You go to a meeting and it's got 60, 70 people in there, and you open your mouth to share. Going through sweating and turning pink. You know how white people do. We turn pink when we get nervous, but just walking through that uncomfortability. It just brings a new level of confidence and feel good that I think is good for recovery. Yeah, so that'd be my biggest piece of advice.
Do you turn pink when you're uncomfortable?
He's like kind of olive. Man,
Yeah,
I'm white. You know what I mean?
You are pretty pale.
I turn pink. I get nervous, so I turn reddish pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are olive. Y'all got tan.
Yeah, I don't. I guess because I'm mostly Irish and Scottish, which is kind of funny because I know. My sister and brother are both pretty fairly are there have fair skin.
Yeah.
Somehow I must have gotten the French genes from my mom's.
I just did
got
the
Amish.
ancestry thing and found out what all I am. I thought it was pretty interesting.
What are you?
Huh?
All Viking?
I do have some. Yeah.
Yes,
I can look at it, but y'all keep talking. And we'll come back.
I had someone tell me Vikings weren't real one time.
What?
Yeah, they tried to make that argument. I was like, I guess you don't believe in dinosaurs either, and they were like, nope, never happened.
That's right.
Flat Earth.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Earth is definitely flat. I don't know if y'all know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. You go with that. So we were talking a little earlier about things that we can do in recovery, that things we can do at McShin that might make it easier for the next person coming into recovery. And so you came and you had some suggestions this morning, some ideas, some thoughts. Hunter, for you, you've been around a little bit here. What are some things that could or have benefited you, from us that have benefited you, and what are some things that perhaps we could do to improve?
I think the biggest thing that y'all have done that's benefited me is I guess I can't think of the word, not leniency. I guess just the chances that y'all have given me, because I've definitely I'm pretending like I'm a cat with 9 lives, and I'm trying to use every chance I got. I'm not trying to use any more, but y'all have given me more chances than y'all needed to. And I think that's because I've built a rapport and become friends with a lot of people here, and I'm really grateful for it. I don't think there's anything that I can think of that y'all could do better. I think that y'all are pretty top notch. It really just falls on me what I need to do better ultimately.
Well, there's something you just said there that I think is an important part of this, but I want to highlight where you talk about becoming friends with people here and getting chances. Yes, that's great. I don't know that it's because you're friends with people, but
I mean,
well, but it's the building the network part, because there are plenty of people here that we're going to give chances to, and it's not like they've got.
Yeah, I'm not saying special. I'm just saying y'all did give me the chance.
I don't want to say you're not special, because you are. I mean, I'm a special, unique, and different person too, just like everybody else. But what I mean by that is, like, you don't have to be friends with everybody for us to give you more chances. It's like, having those open, honest conversations. You know what? This is what's not working for me. This is what might be, this is, what I'm willing to do, and I'm willing to listen to you all and take a suggestion. I mean, because you had, it wasn't like you just had a reoccurrence of use and it was like, oh, okay, well, you're fine. It's like, no, recurrence of use, let's reset, let's figure something out, put a plan together, and you put that effort in. But you put that effort in with a plan from some people who cared about you, regardless of whether you're friends or not with them. And you are friends, and I get that, but it's like I don't want to just kind of get to the no, you don't have to be friends. We're gonna help you anyway.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely did help me. And
I mean, I ain't done shit.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You do all the things.
I do all. No, I don't know about that.
I think it came down to me being honest. I didn't try to lie. Even though, like, I was just talking about, lying and manipulating. Like, when it came down to it, like, I don't want to use. I keep saying that I don't want to use. But unfortunately, like, my addict brain, that's just how it works. So when it came down to it, like, I was honest, because, like, the me. Like, there's two inside. There's me inside, and then there's the addict me. The me inside doesn't want to use. Like, the addict me doesn't want to use, but still does. But like, just being able to tell myself, recognize my own shit and telling myself, that's I think that helped with the chances that I got, and them, and the chances that that I've been given have given me another chance to continue recovering here. And this is an awesome place. And
we want the me gains and not the addict me gains.
Yeah.
Those are healthier. Those are more
For sure.
helpful. For you, young man,
Mm.
3. Yeah, well, I can say young man. I'm 46.
Young old man.
Well, I'm gonna be 46 in a few months, so I got a few years on
All
you
right,
and a few
yeah.
more gray hairs.
Definitely that.
So you have another week left in the intensive program.
About a week and a half.
About a week and a half left in intensive, right? From there, have you begun thinking about what's next for you?
Yeah, I've thought about that since I got from
You
the
seem like
day I got
a
here.
thinker like that. Yeah, talk to me.
Well,
What's going through your head, Aaron?
I'm planning on transitioning to sober living. The hometown I have to go back to is not an option for me. It's been the basis of my recovery. My
Have you been
operational
banned?
base.
Have you been banned from your hometown?
No, I could go back
They
there.
throw you out, say don't come back.
The hardest part about it is that's where my grandmother is, that's where my brother is, and that's the only 2 family members I have in my life. So, it's not easy to separate myself from that, but I have to do it for me. I'm sober living from this point on. Start trying to gain some, occupational things back and kind of slowly put my foot in the water. But I hope to get my peer recovery specialist training done and pursue that as a career path, maybe, or see what doors that opens. I want to gain some other backgrounds, maybe some mental health, substance use certifications. I'm trying to just take it kind of slow. I don't want to like overwhelm myself because, like you said, I do have a thinking mind, and I will think 20 days ahead of the time. But then once I get to 20 days, I start going backwards and adding on to get to the current day. And I don't want to push myself too hard, too fast to where it could cause me to make a mistake in my sobriety. I'm coming up on a year clean, so
yeah.
I've never once said that in my life, in my entire since I started using drugs. I was trying to remember. I wanted to say something about what he said, but I can't remember what it was now.
When did you write what you wrote?
That actually, maybe the second or third day I came here.
Oh, so that was relatively recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I told you I try to write once a week. But I used to do it daily, but mainly a lot of it, to be honest, was really negative and not like I didn't try like with that. It starts off kind of in the negative aspect, but by the end, I try to turn it to a positive outlook. And I think that's important to me for my recovery is I try to neutralize my negative thoughts and refocus them in a positive way. Or, the addict me tends to not try to deal with it at all. And I still struggle with that to this day. But I think, my addiction has taught me that I expect people to flee, or I expect to be disappointed or abandoned or, just all the things that come with when you're tearing yourself apart. And why would anybody want to be a part of that unless they're doing the same things to their self, and that's not, I never, all my friends have either died of overdoses or, well, no, I can't really say I'm not even sure I have any actual friends. A friend to me is someone that I grew up with or experienced life with, or but I guess there's different levels to friendship. You could just meet somebody and consider them a friend too. But
how do you feel about deadlifts?
I have a pre-existing back injury, so
all right. So look, hold on.
Deadlifts are not an option.
So
for
you
me.
don't like deadlifts, and you don't like deadlifts. Hey, look at that, Hunter, Aaron. You have something in common.
Yeah.
So
commonality.
Look, maybe you have commonality. So maybe there's maybe just that dislike or even hatred. Could we go so far as hatred, or we'll
Hate's
stay?
a strong word.
All right, we'll go with
Yeah,
dislike.
I
That
agree.
dislike of deadlifts. Maybe that could be the basis of an amazing friendship. Maybe.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe. How about you? The poem, the prayer you wrote. When did you write that? What were you thinking? What was going on with that?
I wrote that when I think I don't know. I think I had like 3 days clean. I was detoxing, and just in one of those places, not one of those good places. Anybody that's ever done opiates knows exactly what I'm talking about and how low that feeling is. It's crazy how high that stuff takes you and versus the low. It's a wild thing. But yeah, I wrote that. Feeling miserable, laying on my bed. I guess wishing on a star, praying to whoever will listen. I don't know what God is. I just know something just help me. You know what I mean? One of those foxhole prayer things. But I like it. And I think it. It's suiting.
So you see Ashley Elizabeth up there. She said, "Keep doing you, Hunter, and remain positive. Love you."
Yeah, Ashley's been my friend since we were like 15. I've known her for a long time.
What's up with all the shout outs for you, dude? Nobody knows me, so.
Well,
somebody shout out my boy Austin over here.
See, I think one of the best common bonding things for people being friends is ball busting a little bit. So he's already busting your balls.
That's cool, though.
That's cool.
That's cool.
We're gonna sit here until somebody calls out, says hello to Aaron.
Happen.
We got all day. We're just gonna sit here silently waiting.
Tell him how he looks like Freddie Mercury.
Oh man, come on, dude.
Hey, Freddie Mercury's a good-looking man.
He don't look like Freddie Mercury. He looks like the dude that played
What's
Freddie
his
Mercury.
name? It was Rami, not one Emmanuel. It was Rami.
Rami something.
Yeah, he's like
Matelick. No, wait. What's your last name?
Maxton.
Dude, it's better than the opposing thing you got told you look like.
The opposing.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna talk.
Yeah. You got told you look like Hitler, bro.
Oh God.
Like what?
We won't say who.
Jackie Jones says, "Hello, Aaron."
We won't say.
Look at that.
Jackie
Jones. Watching on
Jackie
YouTube.
Jones,
Thank you, Jackie. There we go. Now
she just tuned in.
or he.
All right.
But I think you're right. Probably she.
Probably she. But...
Jackie Jones, thank you for putting that out there. We appreciate that.
Yes,
Hello,
thank
Aaron.
you, Jackie.
Look at that. We have validated this man's existence right here. Oh, I love it. Hey, so the two of you. So, coming on here today, right? Not really much of a. Ooh, now I got things in my ears.
Me too.
Right? I don't know. We have gremlins in the Wi-Fi. That's not gonna do
Technical
anything.
difficulties, Justin.
It's
Technical
not.
difficulties.
It's not. But so yeah.
I think it's on your mic cable.
Well, it'll be everybody's mic cable.
Yeah. Well, touch your mic cable again.
Touch it.
Oh shoot!
That's what you got the IT guy for.
Don't fix it. Hey everybody, so that's a sponsorship opportunity there. If you think that we can do a better job with new and fresh equipment, by all means, please hashtag fund the herd. But anyway, with that,
I got it.
You got Sprite.
Sprite. Brought to you by Getting Herd.
Well, I always have the Phoenix with me.
Dude, Sprite's way bigger than Getting Phoenix, bro. We're gonna get money from this. Don't worry about it.
That's a good point. They're a nonprofit trying to get money too. So all right. Brought to you by water.
Panera. Yeah.
Oh, Panera. Oh yeah.
Panera water.
Brought to you by Panera. It's not Panera water. Yeah. No. It's not even water. Yeah. It is water. Anyway, so with that, anything you guys want to finish off and say? Tell anybody?
Don't give up.
Yeah. If anybody hasn't told you they love you today, I love you. If you're struggling, there's places you can go to get help. People really care about, this thing. There's a lot of addicts out there suffering. And, I hope you all find the help that you need and get better.
Yeah. Don't ever feel like
you're alone because you're not. You're not.
That's the only option you have. Like like your addiction is your only purpose, because it's not. Everyone has their own purpose in this life, and things get a whole lot better.
You definitely
when you start leaving all the bull behind.
It's crazy how feeling better creeps up on you. Just one day you're like, wow, like I feel so much better. It's so much better on this side. Come on over.
Yeah.
Hashtag deadlifts suck.
For sure.
Hashtag deadlifts of sobriety.
Hashtag don't want back problems.
Hashtag
squats all day. Hashtag. With that, anyway, thank you, Justin, for everything. Thank you both for joining us today, and thank you all. I will not be here next week. Actually, I won't be here for the next 2 weeks.
Wow.
I know.
Where are you going?
Well, next Tuesday is Testify Tuesday. Jesus. I know, right? I know. But I got to give them what they want.
They need energy.
Testify Tuesday is next Tuesday, and then Justin, I don't know what I'm doing on the 17th, but Justin's got the show with Jordan, and then the following week I'm going to West Virginia. So yay!
Got some family out there?
No, we're going out there to work. We've got a training we're doing. So
if you hear the banjo, run.
Well, as those of you who've watched and paid attention or know me, also know that I lived in West Virginia for a year, and I moved back to Virginia shortly after I moved back to Virginia. I did marry my sister. And with that, y'all have a great night. Thank you for watching. Take care.